Hello, geometry parents. My name is Mr. Fontana, and I'm your child's geometry teacher here for this year. Sorry I can't be with you here tonight at open house, but hopefully this video will accomplish most of what we would have done if I were there. Just to let you know a little bit about myself, this is my 24th year teaching math here at DeKalb High School, and out of those 24 years, I would guess, I didn't look it up, it's probably about my 18th year teaching geometry. It's a subject that I love, and I keep coming back to over and over again. So hopefully your kids will pick up just a little bit of that, and maybe they'll enjoy the subject too this year. As you probably know by this point, my family's dealing with a bit of a medical issue here this year, and so I'm on what's called an intermittent medical leave. That essentially means that I'm going to be in school with your kids about half the time, maybe a little bit more than that this year. On the days when I am out, very happy to have Jay Smith subbing for me on those days. And you might know Mr. Smith. He was a physics teacher at DHS for many, many years and retired about 5 years ago. And since that time, he's just done one long-term subbing job after another. So he was able to sub for me last year in a similar setting, and he's doing the same again here this year. So we're really looking at this as a co-taught class, and really happy to have Mr. Smith here helping us. He and I are in constant communication. We're on the same page on just about everything we need to be on here. So we're going to do the best that we can to make this a seamless experience for your kids. Moving into geometry this year, obviously this is the course that the kids go to after they've successfully completed Algebra 1 and before they'll take Algebra 2 then in the following year. So it's a challenging class that we've told the kids you can expect it to be harder than Algebra 1 was, but we feel that if they did well in that course, they're going to be pretty well prepared for the challenges they're going to see in geometry here this year. In terms of supplies, there's nothing fancy that we need the kids to go out and get. I did ask every student, and hopefully they've let you know about this already, to have a dedicated math notebook, which is very often a spiral notebook or a 3-ring binder, but someplace where they can take notes. They're going to need a folder that I would prefer to be just for math, separate from all of their other classes, where they can keep old homework, worksheets, handouts, quizzes, things of that nature. And we would ask at this level that the students purchase, or you purchase for them, their own scientific calculator. Now, they don't need to get anything overly fancy. They don't need a $100+ graphing calculator. What we recommend for them is called the TI-30 XS Multiview. It's one that we're selling here at DeKalb High School for $15. So if you want to send the kids with cash or a check made out to DeKalb High School, we can get that for them on the spot. Of course, you're welcome to look for it on Amazon, Walmart, Target, any of those places, although it seems like the prices have gone up and they might be a little bit more expensive than the $15 we are selling it for. Regardless, we would ask that the kids have their own scientific calculator, one that'll handle squares, square roots, and sine, cosine, and tangent for some of the tougher stuff that we're going to be doing at the end of the year. In terms of what to expect out of the class here, nothing that crazy. We are going to be using Canvas and Google Classroom as well to post things for the kids. Most of them are pretty familiar with how that works for now. You're welcome to get on there as well as parents, but most of the actual work that we do in the course this year is still going to be on good old-fashioned paper and pencil. We'll be passing worksheets out to the kids. They'll be writing on paper with their pen or pencil and turning it back into us. I just think things work a little bit better for them that way for kids at this level right here. Speaking of the H word, I do feel the need to point out to kids, and I guess I'll take this opportunity to point it out to parents as well, they are going to need to do homework in order to do well in this class. It is pretty rare that you find a student who isn't doing most of their homework, not keeping up on it on a daily basis, and they end up doing well in the course. So they really need to get in good, strong habits, especially now at the beginning of the year, of probably spending 15 to 20 minutes a night working on their geometry homework. And if they can get into that good habit, they'll probably do fine. In addition to having to do homework, I do advise everybody, math gets harder every year you're in it. Geometry will be harder than Algebra 1. They're probably going to have to study in order to do well on quizzes and tests. One unique thing about geometry, it is language and vocabulary heavy, more so than Algebra 1 or Algebra 2. So it's really a good idea for them for the night or two before a quiz or a test to sit down with their notes, read through things again, and maybe even make flashcards for vocabulary terms and definitions, much like they would in some of their other courses. Students that can do that and use those good study habits very often do better in geometry than students who don't. So just my little friendly bit of advice. If and when your child does need any extra help, it's a little bit tougher this year because we don't have Flex any longer at DHS. So the best thing that they can do is talk to either Mr. Smith or myself, and before school is usually the best time to get in touch with us. After school availability will kind of vary day by day. So again, they should just speak to one of us or send us an email, let us know, and we can set something up. If your child or you yourself have any questions that I'd be able to answer for you, please don't hesitate to email me at tfontana@d428.org. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Hope we have a great year, and please let me know if you have any questions.